Alright, guys, how is it going? So far, lots of hype, lots of action, and well, let me just say this had to be done. I mean, as soon as I heard the Trumpinator blow his horn, I just told myself, okay, well, this sounds very, very familiar to a situation that we've kind of heard of before. Right, another person that kind of wanted to censor the internet. Well, still wants to, and both of them still want to, so at this point, I just kind of had the feeling to just draw this out. Sketching it out was, of course, on the Infamous 4. So, I don't know what to tell you guys. The main inspiration was basically the idiocy that Trump just keeps spewing out. And as I said, I wanted to stay out of the whole politics thing, but there is such a large amount of stupid going on nowadays that it is food for sketches. And this was kind of a interesting little quick sketch, experimental with a couple of new techniques I've learned, and I just wanted to at the same time find out how well it all worked digitally. As I keep saying, especially on Instagram, I'm having this issue where I can't seem to get my same traditional flow when working digitally, and this was kind of one of those experiments. Another thing I kind of want to try out is start doing model sheets digitally only, because what I do find problematic about the industry, art industry or art and game industry, is that everything is being pushed to digital. So it's tough. It's really tough, and there are certain moves I can't use. There are certain moves that can't really translate well from traditional to digital. At the same time, I do have to figure out better methods of scanning, because I am noticing that my scans are much lighter than the original, of course, the original drawing. That kind of causes an issue when it comes to scanning sketches. Sketches just look much lighter, and even if I try to add level to it, the result is just not up to par with what I want, and that's the tough part. Miniature vlog, I guess, about the whole thing is there's a point where, especially as an artist, there's a point where you learn, there's a point where you're proud with the stuff that you learn, but at the same time, you remember I said not obsessing with reference. At the same time, you kind of have to use references as a bar, an objective to tell you, okay, well, how far are you from certain industry standards? Because to a certain degree, your work, you can have the basics, you can have the fundamentals. That's all well and good. Yet there's a certain level of quality that needs to be acquired when it comes to attaining the higher tiers. And I kind of want to get to that. I want to get to that quality level. The tough part is, I'm not the type of person that will ink. I despise inking. I just can't get the same flow to it. And what I notice, especially when it comes to doing this whole sketching and then drawing over, which you'll notice afterward, is that I kind of just don't stick to going with the lines. Like, I can't stand that. I just can't. My brain doesn't seem to work that way. So when it comes to settling down a sketch, I'll draw over it, but at the same time I'll try to add more things, or it's as if I'm redoing the drawing just to get everything in hand, and at the same time, trying to get multiple things done, of course. So that's one thing. It's kind of tough, because I want to get the same flow, I want to get the same energy, I want to get the same volume in there, yet when it comes to inking, I can't seem to get that. My brain just wants to draw the sketch again. As you saw, like, the lines aren't sometimes they aren't even close to the original thing, and I just feel better at that point. I get to add more volume, I get to take a round two on the sketch, and that's why, like, I just can't seem to get into inking. It's got to be It's got to be on the dot. It's got to be perfect. And I guess I'll have to practice inking or sketch with inks. Is another form of practice. Yet for the moment, I want to, reevaluate my fundamentals. I want to have that transition from traditional to digital with the moves I'm learning or relearning, because I'm relearning academical drawing, and then see how far I can push my stuff. So all this to say that this is a very quick experiment, and you'll see, like, I'm skipping around various steps, mostly because the extended footage or the official breakdown is going to be on Patreon. I'm trying to find more and more ways to give to this Patreon subscribers. If you guys have suggestions, I will take them in note, and then I'll possibly add them, because I want to give more to Patreon, and I want to make it enticing for people to join in, join in into some conversation, given their thoughts, given their opinion, given their feedback, and such things. Feedback is a very important thing, criticism as well. And if I can learn something new from your criticism, from your feedback, from you seeing what the process I'm going through is, and possibly noticing things that possibly as an artist, or as you saw from other artists, things that could help me out, then boom, I'm all down for it. At the same time, giving people and the Patreon people some extra stuff from Extra Stage. Wow, more of that coming up soon, because I am working on the pages for Volume 5, going all webcomic style. So that's why, I gotta work on these experiments. And as much as I don't want to get involved in politics anymore, there's just an amount of stupid that needs to be parodied. It's out there for the parodying, and the Trumpinator and the Sarkeesian salad is just an amazing combination that just flew out of nowhere. All right, and that's why I'm kind of calling this one, and I want to call this piece Tropes versus Trumps. Even though it's a deadly alliance, you can already see from the facial expression. It's like, I'm not too sure I want to deal or team up with this guy, even though the censorship of opinions and the censorship of people, it seems to be a common goal with these two people. It really, again, when you go to the UN to ask top people to censor your critiques, or people sending petty comments at you, that tells you there's an amount of growing up that hasn't happened. And I'm kind of surprised that the Trump, well, I shouldn't be surprised, the guy's talking crap all night long, all day, all night, 24/7. But I'm kind of surprised at how much of an immature shithead he is. So, hey, you add two people that have this lack of sense of reality together, and boom, you have a combination that seems to be as powerful as Battletoads versus Double Dragon. On the technicality wise, on the action wise, fuck no. Battletoads and Double Dragon for the win. But hey, all this to explain this picture. It was a fun experiment. I kind of want to do more of these. If more dumbassery happens online, and Konami, I should have considered Konami. Wow, I am stacking these notes up. Okay, well, hey, if anything, I'll get more of these. I'll get more of these on the dot. It's gonna be a bit tough because, like I said last time, the budget is difficult. There's not that many contracts, and I may have to jump into a lot of overtime. But with your help, if you guys want to commission certain amount of things, oh, there we go. I managed to get the cross-check Sarkeesian shirt. But if you guys want to commission me, I may have a Christmas season special, possibly half price. There's a high chance of that because a lot of people have been shy about the sketches, and or about the prices, and hey, Christmas season. I so who knows? We'll see where that comes in, but your support is always appreciated. That includes you subscribers, that includes you commenters, that includes you Patreon members, and everyone being active on Twitter. It's been a lot of fun in the last few weeks. So thanks again for all the help. And hey, if you have any ideas of other things to sketch, yo, tell me. Just put it in the comment. There's a high chance I might jump into it if it's a delicious idea. So that's about it for this session. I will leave you with the final image, and I'll be posting this on Twitter. Patreon will get an extensive breakdown, mostly about techniques and thought process that went through this. And for everyone else, thanks again. I will see you all later. Kick some asses. I don't know. I wanna add more stuff, seeing that there's time, but that's about it, guys. So hey, thanks again. Make sure to check out Twitter, Patreon, all that good jazz, and keep the conversation going. Let's have some fun here, alright? Later, guys.